It finally happened. The whole family is sick. But I have 8 low-cost natural home remedies that we use to fight these bad guys and to treat our cold to make it easier for us to win. I am not a doctor. I am just a student of life. Please pause the video here to read my obligatory disclaimer. These are treatments I feel safe enough to give my family, and they help us to recover from colds quickly. Enough with the melodrama. On to the remedies. Most of these remedies begin on the stovetop with simple boiled filtered tap water. Whatever water you would normally drink, boil it. CDC recommends boiling water for 1 to 3 minutes depending on your altitude. I like to do 3 minutes at a rolling boil just for good measure. Turmeric tea is by far my favorite home remedy. Turmeric has been used in Ayurvedic medicine for thousands of years. It contains curcumin, which is known to have anti-inflammatory properties and is a strong antioxidant. To make this tea, I thinly slice a 1-inch piece of ginger. Then I add 1 teaspoon of turmeric. Organic turmeric powder can be purchased in bulk for a fairly low price. 1 pound will last you for a long time. Now I'm adding in about 1/8 of a teaspoon of black pepper. This contains piperine, which enhances the absorption of the curcumin in the turmeric. Finally, I add my boiled water to the cup. This is a 12-ounce cup. You can add some honey to taste. This is a pungent tea for sure. The turmeric has an earthy flavor while the black pepper gives it a bit of a kick. And the honey at the same time delivers some sweetness. It can definitely be an acquired taste, but I quite enjoy it. The whole combination feels very nourishing. We drink this 2 to 3 times a day. The extra liquids really help to keep us hydrated, and the warmth of the drink really soothes our throat. This also really helps to loosen a lot of the mucus buildup when we have that head cold. Garlic is like Mother Nature's antibiotic. Eating it in its raw form will maximize its health benefits. Studies have shown that taking garlic can cut the length of a cold in half. Peel the garlic and remove the little end piece. For a large piece like this one, which is about 1 inch long by 1/2 inch wide and 1/2 inch deep, I like to cut it into quarters. Today, my son and I will each be eating a piece. His piece is about 1/4 of a teaspoon in volume, while mine is about 1/2 a teaspoon. To make it easier for my son to take, I smash it well between 2 spoons and mix it with about 1 teaspoon of honey. I do ask him to chew the pieces as best he can, and the honey really cuts the spiciness for him, making it much easier for him to swallow. For the adults, we just eat it raw, but we make sure that we take it with food in our stomachs to reduce any gastric discomfort. The garlic can be spicy, but it goes away pretty quickly, and then you're just left with garlic breath. But it's well worth it to us to experience the maximum health benefits. Very sexy breath. A sore throat is never fun. Gargling with salt water really helps to relieve the pain. I place 1/2 to 1 teaspoon of salt in a glass and add 8 ounces of warm water to it. Then I swirl it around until the salt is fully dissolved. This warm water solution is not only soothing for a scratchy throat, but it also helps to pull some of the water out from the tissue, thereby reducing the swelling. It also helps to flush out mucus and bacteria in the throat. We take a mouthful of the solution and gargle for 30 seconds, then spit it out and repeat the process until the entire 8 ounces is gone. Take some of that boiling water and make a facial steam. One thing I like to add to the water is about 1 teaspoon of dried oregano. We're out of it at home, so I improvised and used some Italian seasoning which has oregano in it. Oregano is known for its strong antibacterial properties, and this concoction really helps to loosen the congestion in the passages and calm our cough. Steam is an excellent home remedy that will help to soothe and open your nasal passages. We inhale the steam for about 10 to 15 minutes, and this leads perfectly into the next home remedy. Sinus rinses have so many benefits, especially when you're down with a cold. We have a specialized squeeze bottle version of the neti pot for my son that he's been using since he was 4 years old. For my husband and myself, we use the blue pot. It is very important for you to use sterilized water in this process. Use that previously boiled filtered tap water, or you can also use bottled distilled water. The water should be at a body temperature. Once the water boils, I like to pour it in a clean mug until it cools to the proper temperature. This will usually be about 2 hours. Now that your water is cooled to the proper temperature, we can make the mixture. Here I'm preparing 8 ounces of the rinse solution. I add a 1/4 teaspoon of non-iodized salt. Here I'm using sea salt purchased from the 99-cent store. Dollar Tree also has a pink Himalayan sea salt, which I think would be a good candidate as well. Whatever you choose, you want to make sure that the ingredient only states that it has salt in it and nothing else. The other thing we add is a 1/4 teaspoon of baking soda. This is the secret for not experiencing that burning sensation when you rinse your nose. Pour the warm water into the pot, place the lid on, and gently swirl the mixture so that the salt and baking soda can all dissolve in the water. I like to do this for about 1 minute. And because I love you awesome viewers so much, I'm legit washing my nose here. I'm gonna flush out my left nostril by bending down over the sink and tilting my head so that the cheek is completely parallel to the floor. I like to bend down very low like this so the water doesn't splatter so much when performing the rinse. It's fine if you can't bend so low, you just stand normally, place your hand on your hip, and tilt your head so that your cheek is parallel to the floor as shown. This is the proper position. Then I place the pot spout onto my right nostril and tilt the pot up so that the water can pour out. All the while, I'm breathing through my mouth and you can see that the water comes out easily. You shouldn't feel any pain or discomfort here. After about 30 to 45 seconds, I stop and exhale the extra water out of both nostrils and gently blow my nose into a tissue. Then I repeat the process for the other nostril. This really helps to remove all that excess mucus that causes all that congestion and discomfort, and it allows for better breathing. Apple cider vinegar, especially organic and with the mother, is an excellent home remedy when you're sick. The vinegar has an antioxidant effect and the acid really helps to cut through the mucus. Because we're drinking the version with the mother, it's good for gut health and aids in digestion. Combined with honey, it can also be really soothing for a sore throat. For every 8 ounces of water, we add 1 tablespoon of apple cider vinegar and honey to taste. This is something that we'll drink pretty much all day when we're sick. If you're concerned about tooth enamel wear, you can drink it through a straw and rinse your mouth with water when you're done drinking to help lessen the damage. If you've seen any of my grocery hauls, you'll know that we're nowhere near perfect eaters. That is definitely a work in progress for us. But when we're sick, diet is extremely important to us, and we tend to stay away from dairy and wheat because they tend to cause a lot of mucus buildup. We eat more vegetables, use dairy alternatives, and eat clear broth soups to get even more liquids in us. Fruits, veggies, all for the win. Throughout this sickness, none of us missed out on our regular work or school. However, we did go to bed really early to give us that best chance of recovery. It's 6:45 p.m. and we're calling it a night. A good 11 hours of sleep made sure that we could allow our bodies to heal and recover and still perform well at work and school. Doing all these inexpensive, natural, at-home treatments really got us on the road to recovery quickly. Having these simple ingredients on hand really helped us to kick those bad guys to the curb so that we could go and live our lives in our normal, healthy, happy state. Thank you so much for watching, and I wish you health, happiness, and all things awesome. Take care.